One more time, Mrs. Blessing, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I appreciate you. How is the baby? How is family?
We are fine. You are doing better.
All right. So I'm so glad to be seeing you. Like I was telling them online, I said there's no way that Blessing he will not be on this show because you have to be here because you have caused a lot of problem online. Now every day, now you dey find problem for Facebook, you dey find people trouble. Eh? The truth they don't want to hear, they will hear it, Abi. I trust you. I trust you.
I know after this life now, my inbox will be filled up.
Okay.
I just say that everything I'm ready for them.
Okay. You are ready, ba? No wahala.
Yes.
All right.
One small for the question so that you don't offend me.
Don't be lie. Don't be lie. All right, so let's go on, please. We know you are already popular on Facebook to some extent, but for some people who may not know you, just kindly introduce yourself, ma'am.
Okay, my name is Mrs Blessing Ehi Ose.
Okay. All right. Thank you for being here. All right, so Mrs. Blessing, how long have you been married?
I've been married for a year and 1 month.
A year and 1 month. Okay, wow. Congratulations. The marriage is still very fresh. So congrats are still in order. All right, so a lot of things happening right now. If you pay attention to social media, you see and you hear a lot of things happening. People who we thought that their marriages were like a standard already that everybody was looking up to is crashing down. And the most funny part of it is that we had thought that okay, when there is money in marriage, that it would be very sweet and all of that. But most of the marriages we have seen crash down recently, there are people who are already rich and they have a lot of money. You get, so it goes to show that it might not be totally true that money can make marriage successful. You understand? All right, so that's one of the reasons why we want to be able to transfer some of this. So the first question we have here is, okay, going into marriage, what was your belief and your hope? What did you hope when you wanted to get married? What was your plan? That's the real question. What was your plan going into marriage?
Okay, this live video is all about me or general?
It's general. But this we are talking about your own experience now. You get, so we want to use your own experience. You get.
Okay. Come again.
When you wanted to get married, before you wanted to get married, everybody have their own agenda. So what was your hope? What were you thinking to get? You understand? Okay, what was your mindset concerning marriage?
Okay, let me start from here. I'll be plain.
Okay.
I'm a kind of person. I'm a plain person. That's why people don't like me.
Exactly. Yes.
Before my marriage,
yes,
people were already looking at me like they were using the eye of 38 years, 39 years to look at me. Before my marriage.
Wow.
But I was only 33. So because of that, let's say before my marriage, there is this high hope that I wanted to be married. Let me just put it like this: I was desperate, not because to be married, but because of society pressure,
okay,
parental pressure,
okay,
and that was the main reason.
Okay.
So when I was going to marriage, when my marriage came, I was not really having this hope because I just wanted to be married, to become Mrs. to test that respect that people feel, because people around me then were just putting me down just because they are married. My age mates and those that are even senior too.
Yeah.
So the thing became an issue.
Wow.
That even led me to depression. I will not lie you. I'm
yes.
Very, very plain.
Yes.
So there was this particular newly married lady in my church was on my neck. Like she was using the marriage as if you're not married, this any little conversation, you know how to tell you are old, you are this, it's because no money in your life, that's why you're transferring aggression. I was like, I want to test this thing. I want to know how it feels. Okay. That was the only thing that was in my mind. But a hope was given to me. Hopes were given to me.
Okay.
Not the hopes given to me, but it was given to me. Let me put it like that because I told you earlier that I don't want to cause trouble.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
Hopes were given to me, and I played placed my belief on that so very high.
Okay.
So after the marriage, there's this saying that said, it's not what you're saying when going to Lagos that you will say when coming back or when you get there.
Yeah.
So when I eventually entered, because of the hope that was given to me that was very high, and I placed my belief on them, I started seeing
something different. Yes.
Something different.
Yes.
Something different.
From what you were told.
That didn't even relate to the host. All my beliefs.
Yes.
Just like.
Yes.
As in, they just went down. I was seeing something, high tension, when high tension is packing, I was just, as in when the shocker gets shocked, I was just shocked, you understand? Because hopes were given to me, and I placed my belief so high on them. And when I get there, that was not what I said.
Wow. Wow.
But my hopes were just to answer that basis. I wanted to test it to see how it
feels to be because of the societal pressure. You see, this is why this is so important. Because when we say some things online at times, people take it personal and they think maybe we are just talking out of we just want to make noise on social media, and they don't know that this is actually real. Because I say to a lot of people that when you want to get married and you want to do it because you feel everybody is doing it or the societal pressure, you don't take into consideration some very delicate things, like for instance, this person and yourself, you are not coming from the same place, you don't have the same training, you don't have the same kind of parents, so you are coming from different backgrounds, and there's no way you will get in and it's going to be a rose of bed, you get. But because people just are pressured and societal pressure, like you said, and everybody wants to do it, let's try it and see how it goes, people jump into it, and as you have said, now you go in and you begin to see something different from what you had thought will happen or what will be, you get. So this is the reason why we keep screaming online, and to those who can hear us, that marriage is more than what you can see or perceive, or what people are even telling you. I was telling someone the other time that it's very important for you to understand that don't use the experience of somebody to decide if you are going to get married or not, because your experience might be different, you get. And so societal pressure, of course, is one of the major problems that we have right now that is making a lot of people to go into that place. And I feel this can also help somebody with your testimony. I appreciate you for that, for opening up, like you said, and I pray that God will bless you in the name of Jesus. Okay, so let's look at the second question here. Okay, so this is very important. One of the major problems again in marriage is when a man or a woman do not actually know their respective roles as a woman or a man in the marriage. So in your own capacity and your own belief, so much, as long as you have been in now, what do you think should be the role for the woman and the man respectively in a marriage? What should be the role of the man? What should be the role of the woman?
Okay.
Yeah.
For me, the role of, let me start with the woman. Let me start with the man. The role of a man in a marriage should be, the man is the head.
Yeah.
He's a protector.
Yeah.
He should take the responsibility, 95% of it.
Okay.
The love.
Yes.
The care and the standard of the home.
Yeah.
Why the role of the woman? The Bible says that the woman is a helpmate.
Yeah.
So the role of the woman is to submit. The role of the woman is to be a helper.
Exactly.
To the man.
Okay.
The role of the woman also is not to bring idea, but to support the idea of the man.
Okay.
To support the idea of the man, and the role, and the major role of that woman is that the woman is the owner of the home.
Okay.
Woman is the owner of the home.
Yeah.
Today, if the home is going down, they will look at the woman.
Yeah.
If the home is going up, they will look at the woman. So the role of the woman is so different from the role of the man.
Okay.
But today you see that the man is placing his own role to the woman and expect the woman to still submit. It's not like that. It's not like the woman should not submit even when he's playing the role of the man. According to the Bible, the man is the head and the woman just follow, you understand?
Yes.
So nowadays you see that the man expects the man to be the woman to be a protector, to be the head, to be the leader. There's no way I will be in a marriage and I'm the leader and I'll still respect my husband. Let me be very plain.
All right. Okay. That's another point. Okay. Yeah, I hear you. Go ahead.
Because I expect the man of the house to lead me like my father.
Yes.
Yeah. When growing up, the first face I saw when coming to this life was the face of my father, a man that I trust myself to. Till I grew up, then he in that case trusted me, trusted the man.
Yes.
They gave me to him. So I'm expecting him to be like my father.
Exactly.
Not except he's not the one that gave birth to me. Yes, I understand that part. But I'm expecting him, since my father trusted him so much and gave him that responsibility, I'm expecting him to be my leader, just the way my dad guided me and lead me till I became his wife.
Okay, so yes. And another thing before you continue, I think in the African sense, right? Like what you have just explained, which is so nice, that a man should play the role of a father of the woman, since the father of the woman had entrusted him with the responsibility of the woman. Now again, if you ask some guys and some men, they will tell you that, how do you play a fatherly role to a woman who doesn't want to be fathered? Do you understand? Some women go into marriage with this bossy attitude. They already have this mindset that, okay, I want to get married because I just want to get married, not because I cannot take care of myself or I cannot stand on my feet. You get? So some women go into marriage with that mindset, and so even when the guy is trying to play a fatherly role to the woman, the woman is not having it at all. She doesn't want to be told what to do. She doesn't even want to be given suggestions. You get? So she just wants to be somebody that, okay, if what the husband says is not okay with her, it won't stand. You get? Because I believe one of the things that happens in marriage is compromise. You get? We must always come to a place where we compromise, right? The man may not always be right. I told somebody, we were having an argument some time ago about some fathers in faith, and they were like saying that fathers cannot be wrong, that your father or your spiritual father that cannot be wrong. I said that's a lie from the pit of hell. Your spiritual father can be wrong. Why? Because if your own biological father can be wrong, then who is now your spiritual father that cannot be wrong? You get? Spiritual fathers can be wrong, biological fathers can be wrong. Yes, it's only God that cannot be wrong. You understand? It's just that the way we try to correct or to bring what they have done wrong to their attention is what matters a lot. It's not because they are not going to be wrong at one point in time. Just the same way with husbands, they can make some decisions that are not favorable for the family and even for the wife. So now, for a woman with the mindset of a bossy mindset, you know definitely that it's going to be an issue for a man to actually be a father figure to that kind of person. You get? So it's another angle which I feel is something that is also happening, because we've seen it all over and over again. People saying, I cannot do it because my wife has refused for me to lead her. So how do I lead her? You get? You understand? Go ahead. Yes.
So in that aspect,
yes,
there's one question. I know that we'll get to that place where you ask me that, but just throw light on it.
Okay.
Those kind of women that go into a marriage and feel that the man, I just want to get married, the man cannot play the role of this or that to me.
Yeah.
That's why I always tell a man, when you're in courtship and you're dating your woman, check how he treats his brothers and his father and her father.
Okay.
How she treats her father and her brothers.
Okay.
That's a major role in a country, because that red flag alone will determine how the woman will treat you as a man.
There's sense in that.
So women that treat their fathers and their brothers with hatred, I don't treat them with love. When there's love in the family, when you enter, you will know now.
Exactly.
So those kind of women carry that same character and attitude to their husbands, so do not allow the husband to play the
father role. Okay. So on that question, women are to help, are to support, not to play the boss of the family. They are to follow the lead of the husband. If it goes that way, there will be no problem. Except, I know where you are going to, where the man has refused to play the role of a father. If it were to be you today now, somebody approaches you with a prospect of a bright future, and is ready to settle down, but the money is not that rolling in yet. But to an extent, the guy is a hustler. There's something about his tomorrow. Do you think that kind of person is a good man for marriage? At least for your own.
The reason why I said that, if you said I should choose from love and money, I'll choose love.
Okay.
Why? Because most people that go into marriage, see all this. I have some of these my let me call them my friends. No, we are in the society where a married woman is not expected to be causing old people
as friends.
But let me call them my friends that are around me. They just want to know. So they are not doing anything.
Yes.
They have no skill. They have no career.
Yes.
They don't have business of their own. They have no hand to work. They just want to go into marriage. Oh, I want to go into marriage. This and that, and they don't have these things. For me, I have skill. I have a career. I have a business. If I would choose again and again, I would choose love.
Okay.
Why will I choose love? Let's say, growing up, let me just say I was not properly loved.
Okay.
So my number one expectation in marriage is to be loved.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if I want to go into marriage, if I want to choose between money and love in a marriage, I'll choose love.
Okay, so for your personal opinion, personal decision and choice is love. Okay, it's fine. Like we said, love can bet a lot of things. I've seen people who were naughty and through love they became something. It's all about, caring for your spouse enough to be able to, encourage them. And even encourage them to the extent of wanting to become more and better with their life. You get? There are some people who are very talented, but they don't know how to coordinate themselves. You get? And if they get married, they get somebody who's actually in love with them, and they get married. That person can be the person who brings out the best in them, and before you know, they are making waves everywhere. You get? So fine. I love that, and I respect your decision. I just hope the rest of the people out there will also understand that. I know this topic, this very one, is going to have a lot of reactions, because I know a lot of people who will say lie now money. If money not in the marriage, if there's no money, there is no love. In fact, they say there's no money, there's no love, and there's no marriage. God will help us. But the bottom line is that both are very important in marriage. Money, love, very important, because money answers all things, and it has to. And in marriage, of course, that's why we always tell our young guys that if you are not able to take care of yourself and one other person, there is no really need for you to go into marriage. You have to be able to provide for yourself and at least one person more. You get? That's why I love churches that always ask the guy if he has a house of his own and is working before they will allow them to get married. You understand? Before they allow you to get married, they always ask, they'll verify you have a house of your own, even if it's 1 bedroom, and you are working, you can take care of yourself before they will allow it. If not, so that they won't have money issues later. You get? Alright, so I respect that decision. So the next one quickly is, okay, very importantly, communication in marriage. This one is another thing entirely. So what's your take on communication in marriage? How effective do you believe it is?
Marriage communication is 99% important in marriage.
Okay.
Yes.
So how has your experience been?
Because I saw a video you posted.
Yes.
No, I saw the actress.
Yes.
That said that 3 weeks the husband did not talk
to her. Yes. Yes.
I was like, I never see anything. At 3 weeks, it's just 3 hours now. There are people, as in, there are some spouses, both men and women,
yes.
that were not raised well in love with
yes.
their family.
Exactly.
When they were growing up, so they have A1
in malice.
And if outside malice, they don't have proper communication. When you try to communicate with them, you enter trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Try to communicate with them. So in most cases, those kind of people, I don't just communicate, I just cut the phone on them. And that one is disrespectful on its own. I don't want to do it, but because when I try to communicate, it will lead to another malice. Maybe that one now will reach 1 year. So those kind of spouse, they were not raised properly with love when growing up. It's not their fault, and you can't change them.
Of course.
You cannot.
It's
No
hard.
matter how you try to love them and communicate, you cannot. Okay, let's assume. I can't say much now, but when she was saying that she was pregnant.
Yes.
The husband kept married for 3 years. I was just laughing. I said, what of people that are pregnant, they kept married with them for 9 months? You know?
Are you serious? Are you serious?
I was just laughing. I said, there are some men, once they are angry with you, even if I have one child for them or 3 children, they will extend that malice to those children.
To the children.
I don't like that.
And that's wrong. Yes, it's very wrong.
I don't like that. Okay, I have issue with you. We are having issue. Okay, let's sit down. See that communication. I said it 99% is
very important.
Because
yes.
this thing that is people causing issue, when you sit down to communicate, you find out that it's not there.
It's not exactly.
For some people react to communication. No, when you are communicating, you are disrespectful. When you are communicating, how dare you are with mates.
Yes.
That's why I will advise. I know you will get also that question
yes.
that will ask me, what advice do I have for singles? Madam, marry your age mates. this attitude of no, not marry all those children or no, they will not understand. But no, age is not maturity in marriage. You know what you enter. That was my mindset. You know, don't try it. So that they will not introduce to generation of your mother, generation that you are not even aware of. So that when you try to communicate, they'll say you are disrespectful.
You are disrespectful, okay?
You understand?
Oh.
So, I love communication. Don't talk to me in 3 hours. We are done.
Yeah.
Ask a very close person to me. Ask him if we don't communicate. If they don't communicate with me in 3 hours, I just feel that there is no relation, there is no marriage. You don't finish now. But people are not like that. You find out that those people will keep marriage with you for 1 year, and they come back just to feel that there was nothing wrong.
There was nothing wrong, yeah.
Like they are still together. Wow, we are no longer. People are like that. But for me, I love communication.
Yeah.
We are having issues. You will not talk to me again. You will go out. You will not talk to me for a whole day. Then coming back. Now, maybe we are living in the same house. Immediately you open your door, there will be this shock inside of me. That is my kind of person.
Yeah.
I will just be happy with I can even develop fever or hypertension because we are not talking. I will not be good. I can't sleep. Okay, how can we be the same husband and wife? We are not talking. How can I pray? Okay, in the day I should not pray. All the 3 weeks that you keep malice with me, I will not be able to communicate with the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
So I saw when you relate it in society in this time around, you see elderly women. Like one of my sister-in-law, he sat me there and was like, I have issue with my husband some time ago. We are living in the same house for 1 year and 6 months without talking.
Without talking.
In her room, I say, how?
No, now.
I cannot stay.
That's
I cannot stay.
That's just extreme.
You will not communicate.
That's extreme.
You will not eat my food. We will not communicate. We will pass each other. I will greet you. I cannot stay. So we see this communication of a teen.
Yeah.
You say couple. That's why you say yeah, my husband. I'm just staying because of the children. And for people not to understand, we go to church together. But for 7 years now, we don't talk to each other. We don't come close to each other. We don't eat each other's food in the same house.
In the same house. Wow.
So imagine now, there's people share their space with you. Pastors,
yes.
There was something that happened. I went to a very cousin of mine to relate to look at what is going on. By the time she opened her mouth and started telling me how, do you know what I did? I stood up from where I was. I went back home. I prepared a very delicious meal. I gave it to my husband. I said, you are the best. When I went to the marriage, I was even looking from a distance, so beautiful.
So beautiful, yes.
I thought she started talking, and when she was even talking, the husband was there. I was shocked. And
you saw it live.
She told me, for you, you don't have to see anything they wrong. Marriage are seeing like this, that is so blue, sweet. Yes.
I get. Wow, I understand. I feel I understand where you are coming from, and when you are always trying to advocate against people going into marriage because you are seeing other people's marriage, and some people now feel as if marriage is a very tough place to be. But from my own perspective and some of the experiences I've had with testimonials, I believe again and again, I will always say that marriage is a beautiful thing, right? It's a very beautiful thing, and it all begins by who you choose to enter into marriage with. You get? So those are some of the things we have talked about. Now you see that those things, if they are well taken into recognition before getting married, it will make life easy, like getting to know the person, your hope and your belief, what you want to achieve in getting married, not because people are doing it. You get the person, how does the person relate? Just like you rightly said, that you must also look at how the person relates with their parents and their siblings, because it's the same way they will also relate to you, especially in quote if you are getting married to somebody who is a bit older than you. So they are definitely going to be treating you at some point with a sibling kind of say one of the things one of my friends told me before getting married, he said this thing where they treat you for body, now don't worry, when you don't marry, you know say you will be brothers and sisters. You get? So he actually gets there when you guys have stayed together for a while, you start relating to yourselves as brothers and sisters because you have been together for a while. So if the person has this pride, so the person will now start seeing you as a younger one, especially if they are older than you. So and that will also cause issues, right? So it is very important. But again, I like to know that marriage is not a horror movie where everybody has to be strong-hearted to go in. We know that a lot of people with a lot of experiences, you get, that makes it look sexy. But there are also people with beautiful marriages. It all begins with how you enter into it and who you enter with. Now, communication is the most, for me personally, I feel communication is one of the best tool in making things work in marriage. Yes, it's number one. If you are not able to talk about it, there is no way you'll be able to move past them. For instance, when I newly got married to my wife is the organized person, right? She's a very organized person. She likes putting things where they are supposed to be. Don't take this one, go and put it in London. Put them where they are supposed to be, right? So when we newly got married, it was like a little bit of an issue where, okay, why is this one not here? This one is supposed to be here and all of that. And I told her, I said, don't worry, this one are normal thing that I can always adjust to, right? So we kept on talking about them, became used to it. Now, because of the communication now, the one you see that you can take off, you take it off. You cannot take it off, you live like that, everybody did the house. You get? So nobody is carrying face, if she was carrying face and not talking to me, and like every time I do she will not respond, it would have caused a problem, right? But every time it happens, she will always take note and say, this one is not supposed to hear. Do one like that, so they do, and so they do, you get? So with continuous communication, we are able to put some things into check and handle it immediately. Anybody, like I said before, there's no reason why anybody should be in marriage and not communicate to your partner, because like Ibojegede said, you cannot be communicating with your picture now. And two of them they have. So you people should be able to communicate. You get? So if you are a guy out there or a man out there, it is not right that you don't communicate with your wife or I know there are some women who knows how to do the same too, but Bible said that the sun should not go down on our anger. You get? So if you say you love somebody, why would you not love to talk to the person? That's just another thing. You get? Just like you said that if you are not talking to somebody, you are not comfortable. It's the same with me. Somebody you say you love, right? You want to be with her or him. That's why you got married. So what is stopping you from communicating with the person for almost a year, 2 years, 3 years? Man, no. It's just totally out of it. Okay, very important. Money in marriage. Should a woman, because you are a woman, so speak for the woman. Do you believe that a woman should have money before getting married?
I've been on that.
You've been on that case. It's causing problem on Facebook.
So it's a must. Not that the woman should have everything, because everything that you have is for your husband if you go married.
Yes.
But as a woman, you must have what you're doing.
Okay.
Yes, you must have the thing that you're doing. I'm a living example. You don't get money for marriage, my dear. It was smell pepper.
Okay.
Because some men they only give one to make to smell pepper. Some men,
yes.
So there are some things that really want to establish you.
Yes.
Before marriage, or they'll tell you after marriage.
After marriage, yes.
Because they want to be responsible. They want to see my wife there and my husband I open shop from their men like that.
Yes.
But there are men that feel that this lady, they used to come and sit down with you in your shop or when you were in courtship. Yeah. But in their mind, get married first now. You will stop this business because they felt that you being having your own money that they are not the one that opened it, that established you, that you will not be submissive. Of which is a very low mentality. It's not good.
Okay.
So as a woman, you having your own money, show must. Why? Because I know a lot of big men that are married big men. Yes. They are married to big men that beg for cup of rice. These are people that when they are passing, you are saying, governor's wife, or honorable wife. But deep down, in people that know them closely, they know that this woman will come to ask me for 5,000 tomorrow. Why? Because she does not have her own money, and her husband is using. Her husband is very wealthy. People know him in every way. He donates to charity and everything. But
in the house,
punish this woman because some men know that you don't have this money. They want to enslave you. They feel that when you don't have this money, they'll be able to enslave you so that you will now
and control you.
Asking them for 1 naira.
Yeah.
The first thing in my life, I was looking for 200 naira. I said, no, this is not me. That's what I will not be giving to because I don't know whether the person just want to punish you.
Yes, it's like a control tool. Yes.
So a lot of women, they are using them to mock ground in their husband's in their marriages. Why?
Yeah.
Because the man felt that she does not have anything to her name.
To her name, yeah.
She cannot provide anything. She cannot add to anything. That's why you see some women. My husband went to my husband bought a land. Not 10 million, and the husband will ask you, if I tell you, what will you contribute?
What will you contribute? Yeah.
What will you have that you don't have? Even money, financial, you don't have. I saw a man that was fighting his own starch. He was fighting his own doing this. He said, no, it's my helper. What my wife cannot do to me, she will give. I said, what will your wife not able to give you that? He said, if I run for her for assistance, even if I don't run for her, when she see my mood change like this, she will just know that I need assistance. She will assist me. Do you know what she has done for me? So my wife have it.
Wow.
I say, okay. For me, it's a must that because you should be able to pay some kind of you should be able to do this for yourself. If they remove your, God forbid, if they remove your husband's name from you or your husband decide to punish you for a month, can you stand?
How do you survive? Okay.
Can you stand on your own?
Wow. Okay.
For your back, because the man will definitely still come back to bed. So you just want to see if you can stand on your own. Once he see that you can stand on your own, that alone will change his mentality back to that marriage.
Yeah.
Even if I don't feel. I don't say that men are big malice now. They want a lot of people. The children not from job, they have issues with you.
Yeah.
So because the man refuses to bring food, you not tell your children, people have to stop school. Since your daddy said, since we are quarreling. No, that makes sense. I'm pregnant, so since my husband is fighting with me.
I get your point.
People have to come take care of.
Yeah.
You know, as a woman, should be able to stand on your own. When the man starts to say, okay, let me punish you.
Yeah, I get your point.
That one is not the way man should have it to work. If you have your own money in marriage, man will value you. There's this where the man plays you. Not really that you must have everything. He can say, oh, like me, don't worry, my wife will sort it out.
Yeah.
That one alone is value. Your husband is trying to buy something. When he's coming back from work, he will say, you bought it already. Wow, thank you. I will give you the money later.
Okay, but
when you have money as a woman, there's this value.
Yes.
There's this as love. When you marry for your company, stay one day sweet well.
Exactly. But again, the men you have described, they are also few. There are also some kind of men actually who do not believe, by their own training and where they are coming from, they do not believe that the woman is supposed to be responsible for anything in the house. I recently saw a movie, a very good movie at that, and I think they were talking about some certain men, especially in the eastern part of the nation, where they have this responsibility to the home, that the wife. There are some men that if you were working before, once you get married, you have to stop that work. You have to stop the job. You have to stop the business. They will tell you because they don't want you to work or stress yourself. They can take care of the house, and they are actually ready to do that. In the course of the movie, the guy lost the job, and when he lost the job, the wife was trying to help because she was making a lot of money. So she was trying to help. Every help she rendered was a problem. the guy will be angry, will cause quarrel. She paid the house rent, it was a problem. You get. So there are also men like that who do not actually want their wife to work, not because they want to use it to punish them or to rubbish them. It's just because they feel by their training and where they are coming from that is their responsibility to take care of the house. So the wife should not stress themselves, you get, to just take care of the home and their children, you get, because they don't want, another thing, there's another mentality we are talking about again, where some men feel that if a woman is actually paying some bills in the house, she might use it against you one day that people are calling or having issues, you get, she might say, okay, after all, I'm the one that is doing that and this. So because of that, in quote, that's why some men, they refuse for their wives to work or to have money on their own. And again, let's not forget another major reason again, there are some women by their own bringing, by the way they came up, if they have money in a marriage, they also see it as a way of measuring up to the man, like say they are in the same class, you get. So it's hard for them to submit. Just imagine, say the woman is any more than the husband, you get. Because the truth is that money has a voice, money has a way of getting to people's head, whether we like it or not, woman or man alike. You get the guy money you get, they get respect you get. I was telling them in church on Sunday, I said, look at the young boys we have today now. Because of the small money they have, instead of good money, is how far that is their greeting. Do you understand? Instead of a young boy, a guy that you are senior to with how many years, because he has small money in his account and is able to buy a car, he will see you and say, how far? Instead of saying good morning sir or good morning man. Do you get? So money can get to people's head and make them feel as if, okay, they are more relevant in the marriage and all of that. That's why some men, they guide against it. But again, let's clarify the truth that there is nothing wrong in a woman having money in the marriage. As a matter of fact, I also use myself as a point of example. One time I told my wife, I said, just try and get something doing, not because I'm not able to take care of the home, but because I just want you to not be home or in my office. Just go out and have a good time, you get. And again, it's not every time that the husband will be aware what the woman needs per time, you get. And I also discovered that there are some women who do not talk that much. They don't even ask that much, right? So they feel shy to even ask their husband some certain things, some certain money for some certain things. So in that category, we can say, okay, it's good for you to have a business or a job of your own or a skill that can provide you with the money that you need. But on a general note, from my own side, I think there's nothing really wrong there in having money in marriage. But don't just make the money a yardstick of now riding on your husband or not remembering that the man is the head. I think that's the major problem. That's where people are having problem that a woman should not work. But there's nothing wrong. It's supposed to be a helpmate. Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, I can hear you.
I love that part where you said the reason why you ask your wife to be doing the little things, because not everything she will tell you she wants to. Not everything she wants to buy.
Yes.
She will ask you. Or not everybody likes to ask.
Exactly.
This hair on my head is 135,000.
Wow.
You don't expect me to just walk up to my husband and say, I need 135,000 naira. I want to buy short bus street. I don't get that mind. Only my husband has it.
Right.
I need 50,000. I wanted to use it for something. Can you assist me? Or can you give it to me? Then I'll not add my own, just because I have a little thing I'm doing, I'll not add my own. Then when my husband sees like, this is what you use it for, I say, yes, is it fine? Yes, it's very fine. Then we'll be able to tell his friend, and you buy my wife that hair, you buy for your wife. Of which, when you actually tell you, this is
the amount. Yes.
Just the little things you want to buy, that's what I say is a must.
Exactly.
You want to buy,
exactly.
Yes. Not that your husband cannot afford.
Good.
We cannot just walk up to him and tell, I saw a Dubai gown of 80,000. Just give me the money. It's what I want to use or something.
Exactly, and that has also caused a lot of troubles in marriage too. Yes, so I understand. It's good. It makes, I think, it will bring balance to the marriage. If the man is working, the woman is working, they both understand themselves. It will be perfect. It will be perfect. All right, let's talk about social media. Social media impact on marriage. Social media. social media is a big part of our life now. We cannot shy away from it, whether we like it or not. Social media has come to stay. People, before they sleep, they will press their phone. The first thing they do when they wake up is to press their phone. Some people don't remember to press. Some people press phone before they pray. So social media has become a part of our life. So how do you think it has affected or affected our marriage? Social media.
That question is very, very, very delicate because I'm a social.
Yeah, a social media personality.
I read on social media. I read even that day that I posted my delivering a picture.
Yes.
I was really on the stretcher. They took my phone from me. What is wrong with you? They're just bringing you. You are going to go see your. I've not seen my baby.
And you were posting happy delivery.
I've not seen my baby. I just. The nurse took my phone. I was begging. The doctor took my phone, and I was begging the nurse, please help me, the doctor, to give my phone. I want to call my husband, and he's alive. I want to give him. So yeah. I have to post it for just 5 minutes. My brother's come. I don't understand.
Yeah.
You shame to say you just come out and just now. I mean, social media person.
Okay.
And it has caused a lot of harm in my marriage.
Yes. Okay.
You will leave this social media.
Okay. I was getting there because I feel that social media might be a problem to you if you are not careful with it, and you just said it now. Yes.
Problem of the one. Are you with this social media? Step from here. My phone was taking people. I say, if we like, shut that social media, we open. To some.
Okay.
It's negative.
Okay.
Why to some it's positive? Because as a sensible human being, there's this saying that said, believe everything you see on social media at your own
risk. Okay.
So,
okay. Yes.
Yes. A sensible person, a sensible woman,
yeah.
A sensible woman will know that not everything I see on social media that we apply
in your marriage. Okay.
That's where the negative part comes in. People, when they see negative thing, they say, right, oh yes, don't try if I reach out today. No, now that one is not like that. A sensible person we see where you are being impacted positively.
Yeah.
And see where the negative side is. You try to apply the positive one. You listen to both the negative and the positive. Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of things going on social media.
On social media, yes.
Yes. Sometimes once you see the negative part you see on social media, you can bring it to your marriage, and it cause a lot of trouble.
Of course. Because different marriage, yes.
You use things. I want to apply it. You see at the other side of it, you are like, oh, I wouldn't have people. But on the other hand, you see all these Pastor Funke.
Yeah.
You see the shows. You see a lot of digital life moving. You see.
You can learn from those ones.
But senseless people just decide to say, okay, let me shift. When they see the trend on this negative side, okay, how can you be a pastor's wife? Then you're following a trend of someone that says this is the one celebrity. You are applying it
in your marriage, okay? Of course.
The other side, you are saying no. But when you see God's post, you are just saying you are supporting, you are commenting, yes. Now which you will go and go and apply it.
Yeah.
That
will destroy the marriage.
That will be affected negatively.
Yeah.
If we impact you, your everything, even your children, and you spoil everything.
Okay. All right.
But as a sensible woman, you should be able to apply everything you see on social media, anything at all. You take both the positive and the negative. Yes. Positive.
Yeah.
You real life.
Okay.
That's what is simple person to do.
All right. So another thing, in addition to that, I think one reason why we actually think social media might have a bit of an impact on our marriage is that I think there should be a limit to what a married man or a married woman puts out on social media as regarding their marriage. That one is very important, right? It's very, very important to note. that when you are married, there are some certain things that you should know to put out and not to put out. Like I've always told people who care to listen, that social media is not everybody there that is after your goodness or your best, or they want to see you succeed. You get, there are people who are in there, even though they are commenting and they are telling you right on, they are liking, they are loving, they are following you up. It's not for the good, they're actually wishing you ill, right? So that is why in marriage we will always advise that it's not everything that has to do with your marriage you'll be putting out, because we have seen some people who run online on every little issue happening. How their husband did not do this one today, how the man did not do, how the wife did not do this one today. You are going online and you are talking, pasting on all the groups that people that care to listen. You get, so there should be a sense of responsibility as regarding the private life. There's for every, I am a social media person too, but there is not everything I put online. You get, and the reason why we do social media for us is even more in a business sense than a personal sense. You get, so we don't put everything out there. We don't. It's not just everything about family. When you get to my page, you will hardly see anything that has to do with my family and all of that. And to even make it worse for me, I married a woman who is not even interested in social media activity at all. So she's not even interested. So there is no way. So that's our counsel, that in social media we should use it right, like you said. Take the positive, follow people who will impact you positively, rather than just following people who you know that their own marriage is way different from yours. Because I always say, no two marriages are alike. That's just it. Even these are our inspirational speakers. The truth is that all they go through in their marriage, you may not be able to apply it in your own marriage, because you people live in different places, coming from different places, so it differs. So it's just a way of finding what works for you in your marriage and what works for me in my marriage. Then we strike the balance, you get. So social media has positive and negative part, like you said. So, but let's go for the positive rather than the negative. But I want to sound again. Take down some of the private things anybody puts online that has to do with your marriage. Your marriage, to an extent, your marriage, your children, they should be kept secret in a way. Not everything you release to the audience and the public to let them know. You get, so because not everybody out there is out for your success. They actually want to see you fail. They actually want to. A young man online says something that not everybody who is following you up is actually wishing. They want to know if there's a bad news you want to share. You get, so that's just what happens. So all right, so let's take.
I love monitoring
spirit online. Yes, there's a lot of monitoring spirit online. There's a lot of monitoring spirit online.
One time I eventually sit down, sit myself and say, anything I want to do that I've not done, once I see it online, I can't do it again.
You see, so you noticed it because they breathe on it. Yes. So you don't announce what you want to do before you do it. It's announced after it has been done, right? That's the point. It's announced after you have been done. You get. Funny enough, I called somebody when my wife gave birth. Look how funny people are. When my wife gave birth, I called a friend and I was like, my wife has given birth. He said, you don't tell us when they're pregnant now. I said, I don't understand. So they used to announce when somebody's wife is pregnant again. do you understand that? They used to announce when somebody is pregnant. You get. So that's just how funny social media can be. So let's be wise in listening. So let's take one final question as we shut down this podcast. So before marriage, what do you think is important? Should the marriage be big or small? Does it matter? If the marriage ceremony now big or small? Which one do you think? Small.
Over the years, I really don't see anywhere they give award of
marriage ceremony.
No.
Yes.
Because the only person who will be able to answer this question would be a married person. Once you're single, you can't answer this.
You can't answer. That's true.
Once you're single, you're married.
You
married now.
Pepper them. Pepper them down.
My cake will be is to buy.
Yes.
My wedding gown to put.
Yeah, that's true.
Calm down. I saw your enter. You see those money when you don't spend. That long that can wire you for like 2.
You would have wished you didn't spend that much. But let's be frank and sincere. Like I always tell people, if you get the money, if the money plenty, maybe you are related to Dangote or you like Dangote, the money is plenty. please have the marriage or the wedding of your dream. But don't do it to waste it. You know, there are some people who just know how to waste money. You get, you can have the wedding of your dream if the money is there, and you know it's not something that you are going to do, and it's going to now put people on a place where you'll be stressed after the marriage, right? So I think that is very important to be cleared, so I don't look as if we are being biased to some people. So if you get the money, like Dangote, your money long, well, no problem, do the kind of marriage you want to do. But for some people, when we say the money never long, don't come put pressure on your partner because there's a marriage that you want to have. You not put pressure and say no, it must be no. Cut your coat according to your size, because like you said, there is no award for the best marriage ceremony. Let me just give this free advice. Like I've told most of my clients, the best thing you can invest in your marriage is your pictures and your video. Every other thing, Ajara, those are just the two things. Are you getting me? Once you've paid the bride price, you don't satisfy family people. Every other thing, Ajara, just invest little money on your pictures and your video. Once that is done, then you are good to go. All right, so Mrs. Blessing, thank you so much. You want to add something?
No.
Okay,
no,
so
you are clear.
Yes, all right. So your final advice to
after marriage,
yes,
no matter what you spend,
yes,
after marriage, you just pay for you and your spouse alone.
oh, exactly.
You see those people that we have your back, that we are supporting you, hailing you.
Yeah.
Nobody will look at you.
Nobody look at, of course.
I experienced that. Nobody will look at you. Everybody will say, don't know how much I spent. I've been for like 2 years. Don't disturb.
Don't disturb me. After all, you don't marry. You are no longer their responsibility. All right, so very important. Thank you so much for being a part of this. I've been so blessed and it has been interesting. So your final word to some of our the Gen Z people who feel that marriage is a no-go area in the next 5 or 10 years because of the experiences happening. Would you, by your experience or with your experience right now, would you advise people, what would be the advice to people who wants to get married? With your experience so far?
My advice is them. I will tell them this for free.
Yes.
They said that an apple does not fall far
from the tree. Yes.
Number one, you check your conversation where you are coming from.
Oh.
Number two, even if I'm a twin, then me and my twin sister, we must have a different marriage. We can't match the same size of shoe.
Yes.
Your size can be 38, mine will be 41. You cannot fit two, yours cannot fit me. So when I see women judging another woman, I was just relaxed. I saw someone one day, I said, I may be a year in my marriage, what I've been jailed and forgave my 1 year marriage, even in your 20 years marriage, you cannot endure 20% and you cannot forgive even half of what I have done. So
wow.
I tell people, you don't see another person married to judge you.
To judge you, yes. Yeah. Yes.
My parents are married. When I look at my mom's sisters,
yes,
their marriage is not good. But my mom, on the other hand, how is different?
Yeah.
But they are from the home. So you don't judge people married by your own. Everybody has his or her own
experiences.
Pray for your own
experience. Yes.
That's my advice to those people that are afraid to get married just because you see that your colleague is passing through difficult in marriage, your brother, your sister, I start to look at you and say, hey, I'm here. You are not me. Your own will be different from mine. Don't use my experience to judge you.
To judge you, yes, yes.
Marry well. Pray, God, this is the kind of person I want.
Okay, all right.
Marriage, learn from my experience. Why will you learn from my experience? Not the negative part.
Yeah.
The red flag that is known.
Yes.
You know.
Exactly. I think that's the word. The red flag ignored. Yes.
For you to have I saw a lot of red flags. Yes, it was only written. That is one thing about celebrity. When they are desperate in their life, when trailers they come,
yeah. They enter, yeah.
They will say, when I leave, I go dodge with
you dodge. So never ignore red flags.
Your marriage cannot be my own.
Yeah.
The red flag arise, consider anything red flag, you know that I can't manage this in marriage.
Yes.
Don't get choice, because what you ignore in caution would be tripled.
Yeah.
In marriage.
Yes.
That's what people don't do.
Yes. One more time, Mrs. Blessing, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I appreciate you.